Hi there, Ken. How you doing, man?
In yourself.
I'm great. I'm quite happy to finally have you on Thol'thuba Athletic Conversations. Um, Let me do an intro, okay? Is it okay if I call you Kian Schwartz?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, man, because you went as far as being in the SA Under 23 National Indoor Cricket Team, am I right? The Under 17 SA Indoor Cricket Team, am I right? The SA Under 18 Baseball Team, am I right? You went
Yes.
as far as being the third best player in the Under 17 World Cup, am I right?
Yes.
And all of this at the age of what? You're currently 19?
Well, yeah, I'm about to turn 19 years.
Kian, man, I'm so amped to have you in the show. You're an accomplished young man. When I heard that I'm gonna have the opportunity to interview you, I had so many questions in my head. So I'll just jump straight into it.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So Kian, tell me about. Are you still there, my brother?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me about your background. Growing up, did you enjoy cricket? Did you enjoy sports? Were you in Joburg? Tell me about Kian. How did
Well,
Kian grow up?
yeah, my dad was a very big sports when he was younger.
Yeah.
So when I was more into baseball because that was his main sport. So at the age of 5, I started playing baseball,
Yeah.
and I only stopped now last year. So I've been playing that for quite a while. That was my main sport when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then once I got to primary school, I started playing mini cricket and started getting into cricket. And my love for cricket grew, I'd say, from like grade 5, 6. And since then, I've always loved cricket more than I have baseball.
Wow. So it's safe to
Yeah,
say you've always liked knocking the ball out the park, huh?
yeah, yeah.
But when can you say, was there any specific moment you like figured out that this is your passion, like this is what you want to do for the rest of your life? I could say, is there any specific conversation, moment, match, anything?
Well, once I got to high school, I got a scholarship to Cairns for cricket. So I
Wow.
knew my focus was going to be more on cricket at school, especially. So once I'd say when I was about 16, I started I didn't enjoy baseball as much
Oh
as I
yeah.
did. And I think it was because of the competitiveness within South Africa. Cricket, there was a lot more competition, and baseball is not really a recognized sport, so the competition level was a bit lower.
Oh.
And then once I went to the World Cup for baseball, that's when I really found out that baseball's a real big sport. I actually do love the game. But at that time, I had already made my mind up that I want to do cricket for the rest of my life.
Wow. So
Yeah.
at home, in terms of like your family, was there somewhat pressure into like pushing you what to do, or was the decision solely, or were you not influenced to make that any sort of decision?
No, my family's been very supportive of all the decisions that I've made. We've always been a very sporty family, so I've got two younger brothers,
Yeah.
and we basically played as many sports as possible our whole life.
Wow.
And we've stuck to that. And yeah, they've been very supportive of all my decisions and all of that.
Yeah. Okay, looking at a sports like cricket or baseball, many would think that like maybe it's because it's not as physically, it's not as demanding, maybe as soccer or as athletics
Yeah.
and things like that. Is there any fitness regime you follow, any diet you follow? Because you have to be in shape. I mean, it's a sport.
I've, I've gotten like reverted back to like CrossFit training. I've started CrossFit training now. And it's not really for cricket, but it's more for just my physical well-being, that type of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's mostly a mental game, so like the diet doesn't really matter. Fitness, you got to be fit to an extent, but not as fit as other sports, as you said.
True.
But I think cricket is more of a mental game. If you're mentally strong, you can play the game.
Wow, that's dope. Mentally, okay. Now you're relatively young, man. You still have to go through school and I'm looking at all that you've accomplished, the demand that has on you. Mentally, the switch between looking at your academics, sports, life all round, how could you like describe that phase, man? I don't think it was quite easy.
Yeah, I've always tried to balance everything out. Obviously, my main focus throughout my life has been my sport. But I've always thought that sport can take my mind off my academic type of things, because during exams and all of that, it's quite stressful. So
Yeah,
the sport kind of helped me just get my mind off things, do something I enjoy,
yeah,
and just, you know, get my mind away from it. And then once that's done, I can do my academics again.
yeah, yeah. I meant, is there any match you have played and you think, no, this was my most memorable match? And why? Why would you think that would be your most memorable match?
I think this under 17 Cricket World Cup semi-final against Australia.
Yeah? What went
Um,
down there?
Because we played Australia 3 times throughout the World Cup before this game, and all 3 times we got absolutely hammered. 3 times, and we walked into the semi-final playing against them, and we I basically bowled the last over of the game. They needed 9 runs to win, and we won the game on the last ball. And it's a moment I'll never forget.
Kian Schwartz, nigga, my boy. Oh man. Seeing as like you've had moments like that, and I can't even imagine how memorable that must have been. Who would you say are your inspirations in the sporting world, man?
Well, I've always looked up to my dad, especially when I was a child,
Yeah.
because I saw especially baseball side of things. I saw all the accomplishments he did, how passionate he was. I always followed him, but then I also have some like professional guys that I look up to. I look up to Abe de Villiers as a cricketer.
Definitely.
I feel like he's a player that I'd like to be at the same level as him one day.
Wow.
Yeah, so I try. Yeah, but my dad's basically my main inspiration. Just the passion he brings and all of that.
True, it's quite a good thing that you don't have to look quite far for inspiration. It's right at home. That's quite dope, man. Um, do you have any aspirations of your own? I mean, like it looks like you're gonna do a lot. I really, when I did my research about you, I was blown away. You know. But do you have any goals that you set for yourself and you think, you know, I want to do this?
Well, recently I've always like my whole life I've always wanted to be a professional cricketer.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna stick to that. I want to play for my country.
That's
Whether
what's
it's
up.
South Africa or England, I want to play for my country.
That's what's up.
That's my goal. But within that, I want to try. Personally, I want to be the best batsman in the world. That is my end goal.
I know you'll knock the ball out the park. I know, Kian.
Yeah, but to get there, obviously, there's lots of other goals that I've got to achieve before I can get there.
Yeah.
So, obviously, I'm going to England, playing Division 1, not the highest level, but it's where I can make a name for myself. So, I'm going to start small and then go big from there.
Now that leads to my next question. Is that the trip you're gonna take? That's the trip on the 27th, right? That you're taking this month. Congratulations on that, man. How did that come about? Like, tell me, is it something you've been working on? Was it a phone call, a meetup? How did that happen?
So, last year I got approached by an agent, a cricket agency.
Yeah.
One from Durban, and I signed with them. And they've always known that I wanted to go to England because I have a British passport and all of that, so it's a lot easier. And then throughout this year, we've been approached by clubs and all of that, but some of them have not met the standards we wanted and
True.
offered things we wanted and all of that. So I'd say beginning of March, the club contacted my agency, and then I got in contact with them. We had a Zoom call, chatted about what they expect, all of those type of things.
Yeah.
And then we signed the contract, and yeah, now we're waiting for it to all kick off.
I mean, I'm immensely proud of you. Us as Thol'thuba Athletics, I'm immensely proud of you. Congratulations. I am more than certain that you will do well. You sound like someone who knows what they want, who knows what it takes to get there. I myself work with a lot of kids with the organization, and I'm going to be quite excited to show them this interview, the things you've said, the things you're yet to achieve, your mindset. But with that being said, if there's any piece of advice you could give to kids, what do you think it would be?
I'd say chase your dreams.
Yeah.
No matter how big or small, whatever it is, chase it. Work hard, because everything comes with hard work. If you work hard, you'll achieve whatever you want to achieve.
Man, and you're a prime example of that. It's really been an honor, Ken. I know 5-10 years from now I'll look back at this interview and I'll feel just as honored for speaking to you right now, because I'm certain you will get far. Thanks for offering us your time. Us as an organization are proud of you. Congratulations on the trip. Best of luck, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. That's it. Thol'thuba Athletics Conversations with Raymond Bhubesi. We are out.